I did address it. I addressed it in the ring.
Three defenders and a goalkeeper ahead of him. Oh, what a finish from Andy Cole!
The Generation X, Atlas, the Generation X.
Guess I'm just a product of the 90s. Grew up on Def Jam comedies enticing. Boombox where the tape unwinds inside it. And Death Row Records made thug life enticing.
What's good? I'm Fitz and this is Football Manager Friday, and I'm using the it's a mod for the 94-95 season, Mr. TINI on Twitter or X or whatever it is. Obviously Manchester United's gonna have to be the choice. This is the starting team. Obviously a couple of names that you'll recognise: Cantona, Keane, Ince, Konchelskis, Hughes. I've got the youth breakthroughs of Beckham and Scholes. So Ferguson had just won a double with this team, but I'm going to be building towards the future, and I aim to just have one window and then build towards youth signings after that. So yeah, we're going to have to get into it then. Well, start off with a team meeting, get everybody's morale up. So yeah, Diego Maradona's available on free, but we're going to build towards youth. So I'm looking at Zinedine Zidane for 2.5 million up front, 75k a week. Obviously expensive in 94, but it is what it is. Seedorf 1.4 up front, and we're going to sign him for 45k a week. So then we're going to look up front for Patrick Kluivert, $1 million up front, and his contract's going to be 16.5k a week. Obviously other strikers in mind, but right now they've just signed up to new contracts, so they're not available. But a player like Kluivert's going to come in handy anyway. Obviously you can get him on a fairly cheap wage. Don't really mind doing the deal. So yeah, we'll move on with that. We'll crack on with defence. Cannavaro, 2 million up front, 50k a week. Obviously steep for young players here, but Nesta, 1.5 million up front, and we're gonna get him on 11.5k a week, which is fairly good. Yap Stam, we're getting him for $1 million up front, and another fairly cheap contract at 12k a week. Yeah, we're gonna still have a few more to do, don't worry. This is a big overhaul, but Cafu at 1.5 up front and 31k a week on his wages. Gonna switch to the other side. Roberto Carlos, 1.5 up front, 47.5 a week wages. Whilst we're in Brazil, why not go for Rivaldo, 1.5 up front and 35k a week wages. Still going to need a backup for Peter Schmeichel, so we're going to grab Fabian Barthez for $1 million up front, but he's going to want expensive money for on the bench, 50k a week. We also got an offer in for Hughes, which I'm going to accept, but unfortunately it doesn't go. Also cover for Giggs, Pavel Nedved on the left for 1.3 up front and 40k a week. Gonna also look at a few youth signings. Gonna get Ruud van Nistelrooy for 300k up front, 3.2k a week. Another young player that's available for cheap, Shevchenko, 700k up front, and we're only gonna pay him 2.3k a week. And with all the business wrapped up, we can jump into the highlights for the first pre-season friendly. So that was the goal from Parker to start off the game. Then we got a goal from Giggs here. Next we got a goal from Cafu, a goal from Kluivert, a goal from Pallister, and another goal from Giggs. But yeah, I'll let you enjoy these highlights. Still very comfortable victory. So as you can see the team, how they performed in the game, but unfortunately before we could even play, Carlos gets an injury. Second game we've got a 5-0 against Hatayspor, probably butchered that name, but yeah, goal from Zidane to open it up. Then we've got a goal from Giggs, Kanchelskis, Giggs again, and then we've got a Dennis Irwin free kick to finish it off. Again, good performance from the boys. Obviously Rivaldo took an injury there. So far not having much luck with these Brazilian signings, but we did make a final of the friendlies, so let's get into the highlights of that. A 4-2 win over Partizan. We've got a hat-trick from Patrick Kluivert, followed off by pretty Scholes-esque type goal from the man himself. So we really relied on certain key players in this one, but that's what big players do for you. And now we're on our 4th pre-season friendly, a 3-0 win over Zaragoza. This time we got a goal from Zidane and 2 from Cantona. This time out, much better performances across the board though. Now we've got our 5th pre-season. It's a 4-2 win over Brescia. Kluivert hat-trick and Cafu with a nice goal at the end. Decent performances, obviously much higher caliber coming up. And a few players that we've listed for transfer like Dion Dublin and Paul Parker have finally got offers there. Hopefully they'll move on. And for the last friendly we've got Laudrup, Redondo, Hierro, Michel, Luis Enrique and Zamorano at Real Madrid. It's going to be a tough test. Here we've got the odds for the predictions on the top goal scorer for the league and the odds on the top young player of the season. And we've got Giggs and Seedorf both there. And yeah, obviously whilst these guys are cheap, I had to sign Luis Figo for 2.5 up front and 42.5 a week in wages. And in January I want to look into R9 and Andy Cole as well, but
I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless. And my brother's keeper. Yes,
Motherfuckers be swearing they be smoking weed, but they ain't smoking like I'm smoking, goddamn it.
So let me understand this, because maybe it's me I'm a little fucked up, maybe.
Mikey Joe made this.
See me, it's gonna be bad.
The Entourage.
I don't know right now, because they trying to blame a lot of violence on rap.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.